everyone, welcome back and thank you for watching. In today's video I'm going to show you how you can make easy fall decor DIYs. I really hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you do, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to hit the notification bell button so you can get notified every time I upload. With that being said, now let's craft. Alright, so these are the materials I will be using. From Dollar Tree, I will be using this pumpkin tray, this fall pig, and this square decor sign. I'm going to start by removing the tag from the decor sign and the staples. The staples did leave a little bit of holes in the back, so I'm going to use a cinch to smooth it out. Once I am done doing that, I'm going to use some white chalk paint and paint the back. And I'm not going to paint this perfect. I do want this to look like a whitewash, which that's what I wanted, but I ended up adding a lot of paint. So yeah, now the next thing I will be doing is letting this dry, and then I'm going to paint the tray. To paint the tray, I will be using the Waverly chalk paint in the color Moss. Alright, so I do want to highlight the details of the pumpkin. So what I'm going to do is mix a little bit of the antique wax and some moss, and then I'm going to go over them. You can't really see them now, but you will once it's dry. Now once it's dry, I'm going to glue it to the sign, and I use a lot of hot glue. To decorate the pumpkin, I will be using this fall pig that I got from the Dollar Tree. Now I am going to cut 4 stems off. Then I decided to add some eucalyptus greenery to it, so like that it can look more full. So I did remove the flower. I then added the eucalyptus, and then I added the flower back, and I did that to all 4 of the pigs. I then put them together to going one way to going the other way. Then I use a piece of jute string to tie them in the center. By adding the jute twine, it's going to be easier for it to stick more to the pumpkin. Now I am using hot glue. The next thing I will be adding is a bless sign that I got from Hobby Lobby. And since it doesn't really fit, I did have to use a Jenga block. And this is also going to make it 3D. Once I am done doing that, I decided to add a pumpkin. This is one of the little pumpkins that Dollar Tree carries. They have the little clip. To finish this off, I'm going to add this jute twine bow, and that is it for this bless sign. I think this turned out beautiful. This is one of my favorite. Alright, so for my next DIY, I will be using 2 different sizes of pumpkins. These I got them from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use a wood sign. I thought I was going to use that, but then I flipped it around and I noticed that it's one of where my son painted something, so I decided to keep it instead and use this circle one. I'm going to start by painting the wood circle using the Waverly antique wax. Then I'm going to paint the pumpkins. I'm going to start by removing the stem, and then I'm going to take this other velvet one apart. I removed the stem and the fabric. So once I had both of them, I started with the bigger pumpkin, which is the orange one, and I'm going to paint it using the Waverly chalk paint in the color white. So I went over it with the chalk paint first because I wanted to use this vanilla color, and this is an acrylic, so if I was to use the acrylic only, it would take me like 5 layers to cover the orange. So that's why I went over it with the white first, and then I went with the vanilla color, which it made the pumpkin look a little bit more like a cream color. Before you make up So my pumpkin doesn't look so flat. I am going to go over the details, and I mix a little bit of the vanilla with the antique wax, and then I went over them. And I think I added it way too much because I didn't like how it looks. So then I decided to go over it again with a little bit of the vanilla color and a different paintbrush. And I think this fixed it, and I think it looks so much better. I actually love how it turned out.
I know that I told you we're over. I swear that I'm sober. Just listen, I miss you. And I know that I said all these things, but
The other pumpkin, I will be painting it using the Waverly chalk paint in the color Moss. And I'm going to repeat the same thing. Once I'm done painting this, I'm going to mix a little bit of the moss with some white paint and then go over the details.
now when you're with her, I can see that you miss me. Would you stay till the morning light, or would you follow me, or would you let it?
Now that everything's dry, I'm going to put my topiary together. I'm going to start by gluing the bigger pumpkin first, and then I'm going to glue some of these leaves. Well, I didn't glue them. I actually put them through this little line that this pumpkin had, and then I'm going to glue the other pumpkin right on top of it.
If I leave tonight, we could do.
Once I am done doing that, I'm going to add the stem back to the pumpkin. And to finish this off, I'm going to add a jute twine bow. And that is it for this topiary pumpkin, which is absolutely stunning. I absolutely love how this turned out. Alright, so for my next DIY, I will be using something I already made last year. And I made this using some jumbo popsicle sticks and some paint stir sticks. As you can see, I just glued them all together, made a square first, and then glued the popsicle sticks in the back. I then painted this using the Waverly Antique Wax. Now, this is not from Dollar Tree, but I got this for $5, so technically $2.50 each. Dollar Tree does carry things that you can use instead, like the little pencil holders, but I've been wanting to use this, so I decided to use it today. I am going to cut the little thing at the bottom, and I use this wire cutter to cut it. Since my wire cutters left it spiky, I am going to use a senshi to smooth it out. Once I was finished, I then turned it around. I am going to use some Jenga blocks so it can be nice and even. Then I'm going to glue this to the frame. Dollar Tree carries so many wood cutouts that you can use, but I remember I had this one right here. It comes from a little kit that Liz from Liz Moore and Decor sent to me, and I remember I didn't use the last kit and it had this, so I decided to use it today. I am going to paint the leaf using the color Moss. Then I'm going to go over the letters using a paint marker. Once I am done, I'm going to just glue this to the little container. I did add only a little bit of hot glue, so like that, if I want to use this all year round, I can remove the leaf carefully. Now, once I am finished, I'm going to just finish this off by adding some fall florals. I am going to start with these Dollar Tree eucalyptus. I did cut several stems off. And then from, I think, Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure if I got these from Hobby Lobby or Michael's. I'm going to use these and cut just 2 stems out of these. These were $3.99, but they were on sale. Then I'm going to add some pumpkin picks. Now, these are from last year. I got these from Dollar Tree. I did paint them using the color vanilla. And I'm going to just add them inside my little bucket. Now, the last thing I did was just add a little bow to the leaf. And that is it, guys. That is it for this DIY. I think it turned out beautiful. These are the materials I will be using for my next DIY. The little wood cutout, I got it from Target last year for $1. The beads, I'll have the link down in the description box in case you want to check them out. I got it from Amazon. And the leaves, these leaves are the ones I'm talking about, the Dollar Tree carries. I am going to start by painting 4 of them using the color vanilla. This pack does come with 8. I want the leaves to look more rustic, so I'm going to add a little bit of the antique wax to the vanilla. I'm going to mix them together. Then I'm going to start painting all the edges. Look how beautiful these look. Now I'm going to set them aside and let them dry. Meanwhile, I'm going to make a tassel with some Dollar Tree jute twine. I'm going to wrap it around a wood plank several times, then I'm going to cut it in half. So this next step is going to be a little bit hard for me to explain, but I will try my best to do it. I did use a piece of jute twine to tie this in the center, but I made sure that that piece of jute string was very long because this is where I'm going to add the banner. So once I was done tying it in the center, I then use another piece of jute string to tie it and finish making the tassel. Now I'm going to cut the string, and I'm going to cut it to where the string is very long, and I'm going to make another tassel, but this time I'm going to set the tassel to the side because I'm going to add the beads and the leaves first. So I started with the bead, then a leaf. Once I put the string on the hole, then I went back with the same string and like put it back, but I didn't put it all the way back completely because I made a knot in the front, so like that when I hang my banner, all of my leaves are going to be facing forward. And I'm going to do this same step to all of the leaves. And look how beautiful these look. Now I'm going to add this little wood cutout that I got from Target last year. If they were $1, and I decided not to use the little pumpkin that comes with the little wood cutouts. I decided to use another pumpkin that I already had. So I'm going to add the H, the pumpkin, the M, and the E, and it's going to say home. And that is it for this banner. I think it turned out so cute. Now keep in mind this is a little bit small, but you can make it bigger using the big Dollar Tree leaves, or you can always use this little banner on a sign. And that is it, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Let me know down in the comment section which one was your favorite, because I would love to know. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and until next time, bye.